What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Shauna Speaks to Inspire. And tonight I am coming back with another hot topic. Tonight we will be talking about the Florida man that married his goddaughter. Y'all heard me right. The 55 or 61-year-old male that married his 18-year-old goddaughter. We got a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. This is your girl, Shauna Speaks to Inspire, best-selling author of Queen with a Damaged Crown, transformational life coach. I am the host of the Girl Talk No Chaser podcast talk show and the host of the Shauna Speaks podcast. We cover all things self-love and relationships. I take lessons from viral videos and social media and turn it into lessons of love and self-love to help you become the best you. Tonight. Look, I don't even know where to begin with this story. So I'm going to show you a clip and y'all tell me what you think. Look at the pictures. 61-year-old Florida man receives backlash for marrying his goddaughter as soon as she turned 18. And he says, "You little girls jealous of my wife?" Now, do y'all see the picture? Do y'all see that picture that's there of him holding her when she was a little girl? And then standing there with her on their wedding day instead of it being her wedding day, and then her godfather gave her away. I'm trying to understand what is going on in the world today. Why? Can somebody help me? This man is 61 years old. You married your goddaughter? So the thing for me is that if you married her as soon as she turned 18, how long have you been watching her? Or what the social media platform is saying, how long have you been grooming her? You were her father figure. You are her godfather. You have a right to protect her and love her. Not love on her or love in her. You're holding her as a baby. It creeps me out because now it's like, were you watching her? Did you molest her? Did you touch her when she was little? That's why I keep saying, y'all got to be careful of the people that you have around your daughters and sons alike. This is crazy. And now he talking about y'all mad because of my wife looks good. And then she takes to social media screaming and cursing. And she's just the poor little ignorant little thing I ever heard in my life. And cursing and talking about that she don't want no young guy. What the F can a young guy do for her? And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But then at the same time, this man that's been in your life, been lurking and watching you. So just because he waited for them to get married, then that's telling me that y'all been doing something and you waited for it to be legal, because you just don't jump to marry somebody. So you've been dating your goddaughter, and then to add insult to injury, he was messing with the mother back in the day, which unfortunately she's a recovering or a drug addict. You know, this girl in the inner city don't have no mother, and then the father figure that she may have had is lurking, and you've been loving him like a father, and now you're married. That picture should have shown them at her wedding separately from somebody else. Oh no, but it's him and her. And they say they got 4 kids together. It's unclear if she has any of her own kids, because in her article she's like, yeah, and I take care of all 4 of my kids. I'm not sure if a 18-year-old could possibly have 4 kids at this time, but I don't know. But this story is sad because there's so many women and young girls, and we just got over the R. Kelly situation. Well, we're not really over it, but it just came, you know, to light a couple of months ago with, you know, his conviction and stuff. And it's like, when I saw the article, I'm like, what in the R. Kelly, Woody Allen is going on here? Because let's not forget, Woody Allen did the same thing with his adoptive daughter that he got from another country and married her, or whatever the case may be. This is horrible. There's men out here preying on our babies. There's sex trafficking going on daily. Young girls are getting snatched and kidnapped. And the news media is not talking about it. They talk about it for a whole good 10 seconds and then it's back to business as usual. They talking about the laundry case, but the missing Petito girl that got killed, and now the laundry guy is confirmed that he was part of the body he found. They've been talking about that for months. That's hot topics. But not our little black girls. If the man that watched you and changed you and even put up flyers when she went missing when she was 14, you were looking for your daughter, and now you're married and you're sleeping with her? This is what our society has come to? She's 18. She's misguided. Her mother's on drugs. She had even though her mother's not, of course, not agreeing with her, what's she supposed to do? She's 18. That's why they did it that way, because nobody can stop it. But it does something to my spirit. And I'm not going to get into why it bothers me, but I'm sure you could get it. 18? You've been grooming this woman. Now you're gonna be all in her? Kissing on her? Like when you was kissing her before, what were you doing, Mike? I feel bad for Deja. I have goddaughters. I have a godson. I have godsons. What am I supposed to do? Get up now and marry one of them and be like, hey, no blood of mine. That is sick. That is sick. You've been in this girl life forever. You supposed to be walking her down the aisle and giving her to somebody else that's not related to her. And as we know, a godparent plays a special part in a child's life. They're supposed to take over when the mother or the father can't or passes away. You make a vow with God on their behalf when they get Christian. And even if, the hood, we don't necessarily always Christian our kids the right way to get paperwork, but it's a thing. That's serious. But we out here manipulating. You grown man. You out here manipulating an 18-year-old girl. That's your goddaughter. You should be ashamed of yourself, sir. And it doesn't go unnoticed. And of course she's going to protect her husband. How does that even look? Because I know he had kids. He probably got kids her age. I know he got to have kids her age. And if he doesn't, then he started having kids late. The picture that they show from the age that she was 14 when she went missing to now, it's a big difference. But even then you could tell that she was lost and misguided. What are we doing out here? What are we doing? What are we doing to our children? What are we doing to our black little girls? What are we doing to our brown girls? The R. Kellys and the Woody Allens of the world. Or any girl. Any little girl. I'm only speaking because I got brown girls around me. What are we doing? You a grown man. You can't find a woman your age, or it's because they're tired of your crap and they know better. Ladies, these are the men with the low self-esteem that can't even, we won't put up with their mess, so they go and they groom a girl that don't know better. And she going in, I know, and because I'm F with a man that can't do nothing for me because I need a grown man, blah, 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 blah. What? This dude in the picture with a looking like winter and summer. I gotta go back to the picture. Do you see what he got on? He looked like winter and summer. He got on a short sleeve shirt with a long sleeve shirt. One is ivory and the other one is mother of pearl. Are you kidding me right now? Sir, sir, what is wrong? I had to address this. I had to come on here and make a video. This thing is crazy to me. This woman, this little girl is your daughter. It's like saying a stepfather that's not with a stepdaughter anymore, with the mother. So now I could go mess with my stepdaughter. And of course, there's stories like that circulated. But you waited till she turned 18 years old. So that tells you already that there was something going on. That you was already flirting with her. And you might have even molested her. Because she's so close to you. And the sad part about it is that where do you get to a point where you look at your daughter or your goddaughter in a loving way, and then something clicks off that you're looking at her like a woman that you want to sleep with and be intimate with, when in the other picture you're holding her in your arms, looking like a loving father that loves a little girl, and you've been in her life since she was a toddler. And now you're marrying her. Only because your bloodline doesn't connect? That's your excuse? That's because that's easy for it to be okay in your conscience? How do you go to sleep? How does anybody... Who showed up to that wedding? I wish I had the video, but you can look it up. There's a video circulating. Who showed up to that wedding? Who was okay with that union? Another one. Who married them? Who sat there and married these two people? What minister? And if he didn't know or she didn't know, you know now, like, how do you feel about that? It's a spiritual incest. What's going on? I'm not understanding this. Look, you got to protect our daughters. They're not safe from uncles. They're not safe from grandfathers. Some are not safe from their own fathers. Obviously. This is horrible. And for me to be a survivor, I can tell you this is horrible. But when you don't have nobody there to protect you, and you didn't have your mom there, and your mother's struggling and out there on drugs, and nobody's protecting you, this is what happens. The werewolf gets to come, the boogeyman from under the bed gets to come and groom our daughters because we're not there watching them. And the man that we think supposed to protect them and go to bat for them, instead of praying, P-R-A-Y, for them, you're praying on them, P-R-E-Y, on them. You went from a prayer to a prayer. And I hope that ain't slip over some of your heads. Now loving on her, now you're in her. It's a demonic thing, and it's horrible. This right here, my spirit is disturbed. I'm so angry. I'm not going to stay long because it's circulating. Everybody's talking about it. It's a hot topic, and we're talking about it. I had to talk about it. All I want to say to y'all women out there, that if you got any daughters, and if you ever experienced it, please protect your daughters. Watch them. Watch their habits. Watch their demeanor. If they're pulling back, if they're a little snappy, if they're a little sassy, if they're a little, always want to be around boys. It's a thing. It changes you. And you act out. And we'll be like, oh, she's acting out because no, it's a reason why. Because they don't know how to tell nobody because somebody done threatened them. But this dude, he's straight bold with it. Straight bold with it. Don't get me wrong. I know that girls being married or being groomed for marriage young in other countries and other cultures, it happens. But we're in America. And we weren't raised and taught that way. So it's not going to be do as when Rome what the Romans do. If we're not protecting our young babies, girl, not like that. And if any young girls decide to listen to this video and you going through this, tell somebody. If you ever been violated or touched or hurt, tell your mother. Don't wait like I did when you having technical difficulties. See, the devil never wanted a message to go through. Like I was saying, Don't wait until you're in your 40s to tell someone that somebody's violating you or making you feel uncomfortable. This is your body. And if somebody makes you feel uncomfortable or some man says something to you that makes you feel uncomfortable, you have the right to tell somebody. No matter who it is, whether it's an uncle, brother, cousin, father, grandfather, uncle, it doesn't matter. Teacher, friend of a family, mother's boyfriend, stepfather, tell. Tell someone. You have a right. You don't allow nobody because they're older or an adult to disrespect you and make you feel afraid. It's okay. Tell somebody. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button and notification bell so you can see other videos that I post weekly. You can follow me on any podcast platform, Facebook, Instagram under The Girl Talk No Chaser, or also The Girl Talk No Chaser podcast, Shauna Speaks to Inspire podcast show on all social media platforms. This has been your girl Shauna Speaks, the best-selling author of Queen with a Diamond Crown, certified transformational life coach. Love yourself, protect your kids, don't let no one violate you. And sometimes we don't even know what's happening. But I just want to come on here and tell you that you're not alone. And Mike, you should be ashamed of yourself. And I'm going to let you know God got your number. It's not a judgment. It's a fact. You're not going to get away with this like this. It's sad and you need help. I don't know what you're going through in your life, sir, but you definitely need help. This has been your girl, Shauna Speaks to Inspire. And I'm out.